Hey guys, I've noticed in the truck bed, it's been leaking. We're going to do a video today to see if we can improve. I'm going to spray it where the top of the tonneau butts up against the top of the glass of the truck. We're going to see if we get an improvement with it.
Looking at the back of this tailgate, you can see where the water is coming in and it's staining the back of this panel, the bed of our truck. You can almost tell exactly where the water is leaking. Looks like we've got some down here, right in the middle, maybe a little bit on the side. If you take a peek up underneath here, you're going to see this foam stripping that is not well placed or seated. One part here looks like they ran out of stripping, used a different strip, maybe glued it together. Got another piece that is literally just hanging down. It's not even glued up there or taped. Let's remove this cover, cap cover. Take a peek under to see what kind of foam stripping is behind there, how it's seated, how we can fix it or improve it. Notice there's a big gap between this cover and the side panel of the truck. I may add some additional weatherproofing in between here and on the other side as well. To remove this top cover, we're going to remove 2 screws. This is going to be a T30 size screw bit. So use a T30, remove these. If you lose this bolt while removing it and it falls in between these gaps, you'll probably never see it again. Just extra caution when removing that bolt. I would even stuff a rag down in some of these crevices. That way the screw falls out of your hands. It's not going down to the abyss. Just take extra caution. Do not strip these. I would personally use only hand tools to remove these. Try to stay away from power tools. All right, guys, we're going to remove for home use 2 T30 bolts. Both of our bolts here removed. So down here, so I'll lose them. To remove this cap, lift up from the back side until you hear it snap off the guides. We'll do one side. We'll come over here. First, we're going to check the rubber seal. Make sure that the seal looks good. Don't see any damage. It feels good. Should be a little flexible. Everything looks okay here. This isn't even connected. It looks like the adhesive has fallen off. Or not even fallen off, but it's not sticky anymore. It is. Come on, unattached. This piece here, I'm not too sure what happened. Looks like they ran out stripping, grabbed a new roll, cut it, restripped it. This is almost guaranteed a leak spot. It's not even cut or sealed properly. I'm not sure if this whole foam seal is on properly. We need to put something in between the glass and the roof of the vehicle to seal it so that rubber gasket will bond or squish into the foam seal to make that tight bond, that waterproof that we're looking for. What I've decided to remove this foam strip that came standard from the Cybertruck. I don't feel like it's given the type of weatherproofing. Our surface is now clean. I'll remove the foam strip and I saved it in case I need it. I used alcohol wipes to remove all the dust and debris in this crack. Make sure it's clean. The next rubberized gasket that we're going to put in here is going to have a sticky back, and we want to make sure that it adheres to the metal without any of the dust. So what I want you to do is line up that center bead with the edge of the roof. And we're going to tuck this inner edge inside like this. If you have a popsicle stick or even a quarter would work if you don't have anything similar to what I'm using. I'm going to push it in all the way. I want that backside to kiss the top of this roof, this glass, pretty snug. Then I'm going to pull it back out until I shoot that bead and line that up with the edge here. I'm going to do this all the way down the Cybertruck. What we should be left with, it should be sticking out from the glass just slightly. You want to have that little bit of sticky edge underneath hanging off. We're going to put a bead of caulk underneath of here, additional waterproofing So what this is going to do is it's going to allow the seal on our plastic roof piece to go inside here and create a really tight seal. Hopefully we're not going to get any water leaks after we do this. What I'm doing now is I'm going in here with my stick and carefully stuffing this a little farther in just to get a waterproofing seal. You don't want to rip the inside of this. The stick is nice because I can press down to really get that adhesion on the sticky bottom. Everything looks good so far. And again, on the bottom, I'm going to run a bead of caulk underneath. You'll feel a little bit of stickiness from the sticker on the bottom side, just slightly hanging over the edge. And that's okay. That's what we want. We do a test fit. Got our seal here. Looks like everything is pretty tight. Really like the way this turned out. We've got some gaps right here. I think I want to go back in with some more of the foam tape. I've got some other foam tape that I may use on the side of this bead right here on the metal with adhesive, just to improve those waterproofing properties. This is the important part. Underneath, we've got our new seal. Goes all the way across. It looks really tight. Like it's kissing the top of this piece really tight. So that's good. That's what we want. Tighter the better. Also, I'm going to put a bead of caulk right here on the underside. You can see still some of the sticky adhesive that overlays the metal body. I want that bead of caulk to tighten everything up and seal it and good. Maybe just throw some clear caulk in there. That'll look good. Nice and clean. I just wanted to show you what I did here. And I tucked it in to fill this gap right here. It was a pretty good sized gap. Now water could seep around the side here. You get some leakage down to the corner of your truck beds. I wanted to seal that up to improve the leaking of the Cybertruck truck bed during rain or washing. I noticed this gap. It fits really well. Actually perfect. I put that on both sides. The only thing I kept original is this foam right here. It's about a 3-inch piece of foam. This is what originally came with the Cybertruck. Really pliable, really squishy. I kept it on this outer edge only because when you put the original aero cap back on, there's not as much room here that you have over here. It's really tight. When it butts up against this, it's got to compress quite a bit to seal. This is really squishy. I did tuck it inside of this flap right here. Cut about a 1/2 inch longer. Tuck it in. I'm going to apply some sealant on the inside of here. Any sort of caulking would work perfect. So just to give that extra seal for any sort of runoffs to get into the bed of your truck. The top cap fits perfectly. I'm excited about tomorrow. Tonight, I'm going to seal the bottom with that bead of caulk that I was talking about earlier in the video. I'm going to seal that bottom piece. Just put a little bead down here. I'm going to let it dry overnight. Tomorrow, I'll even get inside the truck bed with a camera and a flashlight. And hopefully, I don't get drenched. That's the goal. Added this additional rubber sealing to the sides, both sides. Use the original foam tape on this piece only. Tucked it in about a 1/2 inch to the new rubber gasket. Sealed it with some caulking on the underside. We did a good amount of new water sealing for the bed of the truck. Aero shield on. Kind of set it in. Press it down. We'll press it in firm. Here it clip. Same with the other side. I'm just going to give the whole thing a little press to get that seal aero shield here to kiss up against the new rubber gasket. Everything looked really good. Really thought even the sides here looked well protected. I'm going to put the bolts back in. We'll do a test. I'm going to climb up in here. Hopefully we won't have any leaks. No leaks. Out one. Not one drop. We are looking good. As you can see, completely dry. Everything's great. Everything worked out good. Top seal looks amazing. Super watertight.